we have a special guest joining us, Cam Thompson, on her latest report. Cam, tell us what's going on in the NFT world.
Hi, Christy. Thanks for having me. So in the NFT world, some interesting news about February trading volumes. So DappRadar, which is a Web3 data platform, released their February report, and they found that in February, there was 2 billion in trading volume for NFTs. And these numbers are similar to where they were at pre-LUNA crash in May 2022, which for a lot of people is considered the start of crypto winter. And there are a couple main catalysts for this, including the popularity of the Blur NFT marketplace, as well as the empire of Yuga Labs. So we can get into some of those statistics a little bit deeper.
Yeah, tell us about Blur a little bit first. What is it about Blur that's making such an impact?
Yeah, so it's really interesting. Blur has definitely risen in popularity because it's a zero-fee marketplace that's targeted towards pro NFT traders. So these are traders that are going to be making very large transactions with a lot of Ethereum pouring into that. And, you know, this whole marketplace war that's been going on between OpenSea and Blur, OpenSea is more targeted towards those retail traders. And there's something in the report to highlight since January, sales have decreased 32% of individual NFT sales, but trading volume has increased 120%. So with this Blur marketplace being so popular and a lot of people going to make these larger trades, that's one of the reasons why trading volume has really been pumping. And it's something that we'll probably continue to see in the next several months.
Cam, do you have any other takeaways?
I wanted to ask.
Sorry, Dave. You picked up in your story about this that based upon DappRadar industry volumes. Are there any other takeaways from that report that you can talk about?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's not just Blur that has had a significant impact on the NFT trading volumes. It's also Yuga Labs and the Yuga Labs empire. Just a reminder, Yuga Labs they're the creators of Bored Apes, Mutant Apes. They also own CryptoPunks, and they have a huge market share over the NFT space. Actually, one of the statistics from February was that Yuga Labs was responsible for essentially 30% of all trading volume on Ethereum-based NFTs. So this company essentially owns all of them, and that includes all of these NFTs that are a part of this Dookie Dash game, which has gained popularity, people buying a sewer pass. Just earlier this week, the winning player of Dookie Dash sold their key, which they received for having the high score, for 1.6 million. And there's so much hype that's going into this game. This company has amassed so much popularity and a lot of people just wanting to ape into that community. And that's something that a lot of people have talked about, is that, a lot of people who are trading Yuga Labs NFTs don't necessarily look for rarity. They just look to be a part of this community. So that's another reason why this trading volume has been so large.
Yeah. Cam, I had a question about Blur. You said it's a no-fee marketplace. Was Blur also entangled in some of the debate about royalties in recent weeks?
Yes, absolutely. So that's been a conversation that's been ongoing since Blur's launch in October, when the royalty debate really started kicking off, when marketplaces were switching from enforcing creator royalties to moving to completely optional. A lot of people were pointing towards Blur, questioning this model as to whether or not it was fair for creators to be able to, have their NFT sold on marketplaces where they're not earning any royalties. And for a lot of NFT creators, this is the whole reason why they got into Web3 in the first place. So a lot of marketplaces followed, OpenSea reinforced their rule that they were going to keep royalties. But then after Blur's native token launch, which was a couple weeks ago, and this was the first time that Blur's trading volume surpassed OpenSea's, OpenSea switched to zero fee. So essentially no required royalties on the platform. So it's very interesting to see how the royalty conversation has been a huge part of, the competition for market share within all of these different NFT marketplaces.
I find it reassuring.
One of the things
sorry, go on, Kristen.
I was just going to, one of the things that you touched on that I find fascinating about this story is the sort of gamification of the NFT space, and being able to participate not just by buying something, but by winning something, by winning a key and playing a game and being part of that community, how the community itself is part of the incentive to be there. So where are you seeing that going forward for the NFT space?
Well, I think it's really interesting how so many collections have just amassed such a strong community, so much love over not just the IP, the actual creative asset behind the NFT, but the people who are a part of it. And, ape holders, a very strong community. And, they all came together to play this game. Even beyond that, just the whole entire Yuga Labs ecosystem has really fostered a lot of people, really passionate about it. And something else I want to point out that I think is interesting is earlier this week, Yuga announced that they are doing ordinals. So they're releasing a generative art Bitcoin NFT collection. Yeah, super exciting. And this is their first non-Ethereum based NFT. So, it'll be interesting to see how in that they are able to kind of, cater towards this community or amass, a different type of audience or the same, who knows? People love it.
Crazy. Oh my gosh. I'm looking forward to actually seeing how that works out.